meeting called to order at 5:31. Roll call, please.
All right. Mrs. Cochran? Here. Mr. Strittmatter?
Here.
Mrs. Coons?
Here.
Mr. Reitner?
Here.
Mr. Ray is here, he's just indisposed right at the moment.
Okay.
Pledge of allegiance, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. This is a public hearing set for August 18th, 2025 at, reading of ordinances and resolutions, please.
Ordinance number 1896-2025, an ordinance amending ordinance 1101-1989, Village of Lakemore zoning code to create zoning district PRD 3, Plan Residential District 3. Whereas the Village of Lakemore Planning Commission approved by unanimous vote the proposed zoning district description, regulations, and restrictions on Friday, July 11th, 2025, and whereas the Village of Lakemore Planning Commission recommends that the members of the Lakemore Village Council likewise approve the same to allow for this particular zoning district be developed. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio, Section 1, the proposed zoning district, PRD 3, Plan Residential District 3, was approved by unanimous vote of Lakemore Planning Commission on Friday, July 11th, 2025. Village of Lakemore Planning Commission is recommending Village of Lakemore Council adopt this zoning district into the Village of Lakemore zoning code. Section 2, the proposed zoning district language is attached here to and made part of as if fully rewritten herein. Section 3, all ordinances, resolutions, and parts of ordinances and resolutions which are in conflict with this ordinance are hereby repealed. Those ordinances, resolutions, and parts of ordinances and resolutions which are not in conflict with any provision of this ordinance are hereby expressly accepted from repeal by this ordinance and shall continue in full force and effect until otherwise amended or repealed by council. Section 4, this ordinance shall be in full force and effect immediately upon its adoption and approval by the mayor of the Village of Lakemore. Ordinance number 1897-2025, an ordinance amending ordinance 1101-1989, Village of Lakemore zoning code to amend the Village of Lakemore zoning map to incorporate zoning district PRD 3, Plan Residential District 3. Whereas the Village of Lakemore Planning Commission approved by unanimous vote the proposed zoning district map amendment on Friday, July 11th, 2025, and whereas the Village of Lakemore Planning Commission recommends that the members of Lakemore Village Council likewise approve the same to allow for this particular zoning district be developed. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio, Section 1, the Village of Lakemore Planning Commission approved the amendment proposed to the Village of Lakemore zoning map. This amendment would create zoning district PRD 3, Plan Residential District 3. This was approved by unanimous vote of Lakemore Planning Commission on Friday, July 11th, 2025. Village of Lakemore Planning Commission is recommending Village of Lakemore Council adopt this zoning district into the Village of Lakemore zoning code. Section 2, the parcels that will be rezoned are as PRD 3 are 5400804, 5400851, and 5402220. The proposed zoning map is attached here to and made part of as if fully rewritten herein. Section 3, all ordinances, resolutions, and parts of ordinances and resolutions which are in conflict with this ordinance are hereby repealed. Those ordinances, resolutions, and parts of ordinances and resolutions which are not in conflict with any provision of this ordinance are hereby expressly accepted from repeal by this ordinance and shall continue in full force and effect until otherwise amended or repealed by council. Section 4 of this ordinance shall be in full force and effect immediately upon its adoption and approval by the mayor of the Village of Lakemore. That's it.
So we have speaking before.
Yes, we have Mr. Kiley. Sean, if you want to go ahead.
You need me to stand up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
please
right here, you
state
state
your name and
you
address.
state your name and address, and then you have 3 minutes.
Sure. So my name is Sean Kiley, and I live at 1368 Seneca Avenue. That's right up behind the high school.
So my official stance on this is not to do it. You know, I obviously don't live right next to it, but this high-density housing is exactly what the village had tried to get away from. You know, we started out as a small village, but as we annexed properties, those plots were purposely designed to be bigger lots. You know, you can go up behind high school, those are 120 by 135. I think the smaller lots somewhere as a surrounding is maybe half of that. And here we're taking density to what, 4 times that? Was it 5 units per acre? Or I don't remember what the exact was. But just looking at the plot, I just look at everything that's wrong with this. Driveways, like, what I understand, 25-foot driveways. So that's like 1 car, barely 1 car. And if you got an extended cab truck, like a full-size truck with an 8-foot bed, you still wouldn't fit in the driveway. This is, I don't know, did we get the sidewalk thing? Like, I came to one other meeting and there was a question about the sidewalks. I don't know if the sidewalks were ever, that issue was solved. But this is all like rentals. I'm so against rentals and giving up real estate to become a rental community. Like single families, we're a little village, we're a little community, and we've talked about levies. You know, school can't seem to get a levy passed. We put more renters in, we're never going to get a levy passed. From what I understand, the Redwood clientele is designed to go after child-free clientele, either senior citizens or young professionals. So we'll never, ever have a chance of getting a school levy to pass. And I kind of doubt, as we go for roads and any other levies that we need for the village, I don't know if we'll get those to pass either, because people are not invested. You know, renters 1 to 3 years, they come and they move out. This idea, the way the Redwood develops, you could go to any neighborhood, any community that has a Redwood, and I would challenge you to talk to any household within a half a mile of the development, and you won't find one person that supports it. You know, some people are locked in the neighborhood, and many people start looking for houses to get back to where they bought a house in a community with single-family houses, and then we have this high-density stuff that comes in, and it's not even 1 or 2 lots, right? We're talking about 50 acres of the village. We're only 1.6 square miles to begin with. Anyway, I don't want to take up the whole floor, but I'm against it. It's not what the village, you know, we were a progressive village to get away from that high-density stuff, and now we're kind of regressing. And so that's what I have to say about it. Thanks.
Thank you. I mean, your timer's gonna go off in 20 seconds. If you want to say anything else, you got 20 seconds.
No, good, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Brown?
My name is, okay.
Just let me,
Your time started.
let me give you a full 3 minutes
All right.
here. So we're gonna just. Okay. All right, it's on. In full 3. All righty, as soon as you say your name and address.
All right, John Brown, 1366 Cayuga Avenue, and that's up behind high school also. And like, our lots up there, they were built in the 70s, and like where I am, 60 by 120. And the other ones, like Sean said, are like 120 by whatever they are. So, you know, you have a little bit of space. And myself being on the Board of Zoning Appeals, a lot of the stuff we see come to us is because of the high density of these lots in the rest of the village. And that's the last developable parcel of land that I see in Lakemore of this size. And we're going from, what was it here? I got it written down. R1A, which was 2 dwelling units per acre. And not only are we going to the lowest common denominator of our zoning, PRD, which would be PRD2 cluster subdivisions, you guys are actually contemplating creating a whole nother zoning to accommodate this. And I just think it's short-sighted. One of the issues I have with it, you know, whoever owns this property bought this property knowing that it was R1A, 2 dwelling units per acre. My guess is, I don't know for a fact, they're ready to cash out, retire, leave, whatever, and they're going to leave, and we're going to be stuck with this Redwood community, high-density apartments, renters, and I agree with Sean, a lot of the issues he has with it. They're going to come back to haunt us years down the road. And I just think it's short-sighted to do this. I think whoever bought this, you know, why would we change this to accommodate them cashing out? at the detriment of the village. I just think it's wrong, it's short-sighted, and I think years down the road, you all will regret this if you do this. Just from the issues we see, and I've heard some of the people sitting right here say we have too many rentals in Lakemore, right?
I will admit, I said that.
You have said
But
that.
I said, we have too many crappy rentals at Lakemore.
Well, for the most part, they all turn out to be,
That's-
for the most part, they all
That's
turn out
right,
to be
but
crappy.
I just want to be
Yeah,
correct in
yeah,
what I
okay.
said.
But they're, a place like, it's all gonna turn out to be crappy. They're not, they're people that don't have vested interest in this community. They're not, you know, they're, like I said, they're transient, they're 1 to 3 years. And what if that property gets sold? You know, okay, Redwood owns it now, but 10 years from now, you know, an investment group buys them and they're based out of, maybe out of the country even. I mean, I just think you got the last developable piece of property that could be something really nice for Lakemore, where property values, the individual house or property there would be higher than the average, which would raise all the average property prices on here. But we're gonna go the opposite direction, and it's gonna take everything down. It's not gonna be desirable to come live in Lakemore when you have stuff like that. So, you know, for that reason, not only that, you have there's like a wetland in there, so now you're gonna take all this permeable, you know, place, you know, it filters for the lake, and all that runs in the lake. You're gonna have all kinds of concrete, asphalt, gas and oil, whatever, you know, from people's cars if they leak oil, running in there, running off, and possibly going in the lake. We're all about cleaning up the lake, but I think this is a step backwards for that too. So that's all I have.
Thank you.
Yep.
Raj, is it Schneider?
Yeah.
Okay, if you'd like to,
Thank you.
and you got 3 minutes as well after you state your name and your business.
All right. My name is Raj Schneider. I'm the VP of Acquisitions with Redwood USA LLC, one of the co-applicants, along with the property owner, Donald Marcinko. So I would just say that, you know, when we first approached the village early spring, when we went under contract with Don, you know, it was suggested to us to create a new planned residential district for the village because they did not feel that the existing zoning classifications would work well. And I think this was also viewed as an opportunity to make something better than what was already currently on the books. So, you know, we went out and we hired a consultant to put some things together, and we went through multiple reviews of Planning Commission in order to get to the point where the village felt comfortable recommending it for council approval, and that's why we're here tonight. Some of the things I want to point out is, you know, mentioned, yes, Redwood would apply as a single-story attached multifamily operator, but the permitted uses do allow single-family and cluster homes as well if for some reason Redwood was not able to proceed with the project once the zoning map amendment got approved. We also did things like restrict the buildings to only 5 units because there were some concerns about longer buildings with stormwater issues as well. So that was also put in there. In terms of density, this would be more in the medium density range. So density is also tied to open space. So if a developer came in at 3.5 units per acre density, they would be required to have at least 25% open space. If they were 4.15, it says here, they'd have to have 35. And then if they went to 5 units per acre density, they'd have to be at 45. And 5 units per acre is the highest you could go under this, whereas the existing PRD2, which the Ryan development was on the other side of the village, is up to 8. So this is definitely an improvement in terms of restricting density. So you wouldn't be able to build, you know, your traditional high density 3-story walk-ups because the restrictions in here also require nothing more than 2 stories. So if a developer came in, the best they could do in terms of height would be a 2-story townhome as well. So we're currently projected at 4 units in acre density. We are also not impacting any wetlands, like we're not permitting any so that we can build over them. All of the wetlands have a minimum 25-foot setback, and that's not just that's a grading setback too, not just like a pad setback. So like we have to definitely stay out of those. So a lot of time was put into you know, ensure that there were stronger restrictions that are not existent on the existing zoning designations. So where am I at with my time?
You got 25 seconds.
Okay.
I'll give you his 8 or whatever.
No, that's okay. That's and I wanted to try to address some of the concerns that were brought up and answer those questions. And, hopefully, council is agreeable with planning commission. So, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's turn this on. I don't see any reason to go, there's nothing to going to an executive session. So, having heard everybody who wanted to speak, is there anything anybody else wants to say before I make a motion to adjourn?
How long has this land been vacant?
Well, I know only for myself that I bought what was supposed to be a development there, like shortly after I got married, and that was in the 70s.
Okay.
I don't know how long before that. We put money down to reserve a lot there, and it turned out that it really, the
Was a
person that was
scam.
selling it didn't really own it yet. He was trying to get money from people, and we actually had to borrow, and they gave us our money back, but we had been paying interest for like a year on that property, and he didn't even own it, so. But nothing has happened since, 1973.
Before then even.
And I have no idea what it was before that time.
It's always been
Always been vacant.
gravel,
Yeah.
dirt bike, trail. It's never had
Yeah, it was a
anything in it,
gravel,
ever.
sand and gravel pit, that's right, John.
Never had a
Well-
farm?
No, it was sand and gravel.
I wanted to live up on the hill. There was a hill there. I picked that spot. So disappointed.
The
but-
Bales' home was the office for the sand and gravel pit.
Oh, was
That's
it?
where they paid and wheeled and dealed, yeah.
Any other comments?
On the hill, that's right.
Regarding any other comments? All right, then I'll make a motion to adjourn the public meeting.
A second.
Roll call.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yep.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes. And the time is 5:48.
48 is what I.
Okay.
So we sit for 12 minutes.
Or get up and go to the restroom. and-
actually, I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back.
So, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is this gonna be voted on here?
Yes.
Today?
Yep.
Oh, let's stay for that
We're gonna pass that over.
What you were saying, things like being late. So what was